This is the video lesson for 1.09 pre-writing process for the assessment part of that lesson. And it says, for this assessment, you must demonstrate your understanding of the pre-writing process by completing the narrative planner. And I already did talk a little bit about the narrative planner in the previous video, but I just barely touched on it. I did go over a bit of what the assignment is. You're reading the Nathaniel Hawthorne story, The Pomegranate Seeds. You're choosing a character, and then you're writing it about that character. So you're going to use this narrative planner here. And you're going to establish the who. So you're going to pick your character. Remember, there were 3 characters to choose from. And all that information was actually on page 4. So if you need to go back and look at page 4 again, do that. It was Ceres and Pluto and the main girl. So anyway, it's one of those. What was her name? Prosperina. And so you're going to write, you'll need to copy and paste this or save it as another document. Because you can't actually write on it here. So first you're going to describe your character. What did they look like and why? What were their feelings? Why? So you're not just describing the outside, you're describing the inside as well. And what were their attitudes and why? Then the what. Here's what the conflict is. What was the character? How was their conflict experienced? And how does this character respond? So you're just writing for the one character that you chose of the 3. Next is the where. So you're going to write some words or phrases that will help you describe the setting of your story. Where do the events take place? What does it look like there? What does it feel like there? And then the when. So you're going to plan the course of events in your narrative, the exposition, the writing action, rising action, the climax, the falling action, and the resolution. That's probably a good idea to decide the climax first. Like, what is going to be the thing that changes it all? Where does this story come to a head? How is this going to get, what's the big blowout moment? So, so decide those things. And then the exposition, you're going to actually write it in here. Oh, look, you can actually write it in here. But you can't, you'll have to save it still as another document. So that's nice, though. So you can write it in there, the exposition, the rising action, the climax, the falling action, and the resolution. And then the voice. And so you'll write how. Think of how you would like your reader to feel after finishing your story. Brainstorm ways to use different literary devices to establish tone and emotion. List the literary devices you intend to use and provide at least one example of each. So, point of view. What point of view are you going to use? And remember, in the previous lesson you went over all of these things, the point of view and the different types. So you're going to have to build here on your previous knowledge and fill that in. And then why did you choose that point of view? And then for here you're going to choose tone. What is the attitude of your story? And you're going to fill out all these questions. Make sure you use complete sentences. And you start each sentence with a capital letter and you end with the correct end mark, a period, a question mark, or an exclamation point. And if you want to see what one of these looks like, you can click right here and it will open up an example for you so that you can see what someone else did and kind of what I'm expecting it to look like. Make sure that you save this document once you have it completed and then submit it to the Dropbox. And so you'll see here, this is all just preparing for your story. You're not actually writing your story yet. You're just developing it in your mind and jotting down the few notes here that will help you to be able to write that rough draft and final draft better. So this is your starting point. You don't need to have all the nitty-gritty details worked out yet. But just fill in each spot, fill it out thoroughly, completely, and you'll get full credit if you follow the directions and put in your best effort. And if you need help with that, just let me know. Come to my class, and I will be happy to help you. Thanks.